You serious?
Hey, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there, but right now you are killing some time with Marcus Bronzy. Don't forget, if you want to hear more How to Kill an Hour, all you have to do is head to our website, howtokillanhour.com. We'd also love a rating and review, because that gets us to more ears. So if you'd like to do that, it's howtokillanhour.com/review. Links to both of those are in the show's description. I've also got links to some other podcasts in today's show description. One of them is called Marcus Meets. You're about to hear a clip from episode 33 where I was joined by David Knight and David Price, two of the three gentlemen that are behind a production company called Definitely Human, a production company which have made podcasts called The Bunker, and also more recently one called MarsCorp, which has really cooked up a nice storm on iTunes and over the internet to listeners alike. Now, I highly recommend these podcasts, and usually in these little bonus episodes, I recommend that you go and check an app or something. So I'm going to be a little bit lazy today and say the thing I recommend you to kill some time with is the MarsCorp podcast. All right. Now, we spoke about loads of different stuff about, how they funded their projects, where their inspiration for comedy is. They crack loads of jokes. They're real funny guys. I also obviously asked them how they like to kill time. I was joined by two Davids, David Price and David Knight, like I said. And I think I asked David Knight first. So, David, how do you like to kill some time?
I don't. Honestly, I don't. I don't kill time. That's a very sad answer. I don't have any sort of hobbies or anything. I don't. All I do is work. I'm a very boring person, really. Yeah. All of my all of the kind of fun things about me, I channel that into the podcast, and it leaves me a dried out husk.
There's none of you left.
There's nothing left.
Oh my gosh. Is there other comedy that you like listening to then as well? Is it like, what sort of comedy are you into?
Yes. Actually, I was listening to, there's some really good podcasts that have like come out seemingly around the same time as us, just kind of to like be better than us and really annoy me. So like stuff like Wooden Overcoats and Hector versus the Future is like just really funny stuff. And I listen to a lot of, non-fiction podcasts and stuff like that. Like a lot of theoretical stuff as well, because I'm boring.
Do tell.
Oh God, now I'm going to have to try and remember all this stuff. What was I listening to? I like stuff like The Secrets of Story, stuff about story and kind of like how to make sitcoms and things like that. Anything useful that I can put back into projects. What else? There's Maximum Fun's really good for like, they've got like loads of stuff on there, like stuff like Sawbones, which is like a medical history podcast. Just lots of random stuff. Who's that? The history.
Oh, Dan Carlin.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hardcore Histories.
Yeah.
Man, that's so good.
Excellent.
Yeah, stuff like that. Or like philosophy podcasts and things. Just boring stuff.
How about you, David Price? Found that quite funny.
Drinking mainly. There's not a good answer. But
No, I'm down for that. I'm down.
Okay,
like,
good.
I find it. Do you find that people find it funny when you're like, the people are like, what do you like to do? I'm like, I like to have a good drink. They go, ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like a drink.
Maybe it's the way you say it though, because when you say it, that sounds quite good. But when I say it, I'm just like, drinking. I just need to drink.
Yeah. What do you like to do? Drink.
Yeah.
So, David Price, what do you like to drink?
I'd say mainly beer, lager, ale. But I'm not fussy. I'll drink whatever. Wine, spirits,
What you got?
hand sanitizer. That stuff you put to stop your engine freezing, anything, whatever.
The good stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Not the Tesco's value antifreeze, the Halfords antifreeze.
Ooh, wicked. Well, it's great. Well, it's good to know that you're that absorbed in your work that you spend time drinking,
yes,
and learning about your work. But no, I think it goes to show that I really want it to come across to you listening that like what made this funny. To go back to what you said is it's not just the fact that you went, this is a great idea, but you fucking worked your bollocks off.
Yeah.
3 people, not one person, 3 people, a great cast of people as well, great writers, great sound design and stuff like that as well. So like, I want to say thanks, man, for like bringing some great content just because you fucking wanted to. You could have got a grant from somebody and made it.
Oh my god! Why did I?
Didn't you know? Get a grant for a comedypodcast.com.
There's actually millions of pounds out there. Comedy podcaster fund,
and no one's been funded yet. Whole meal for you. No, but it's like people, make a job out of this and have great content, and you managed to do it without any finance, and that's a great thing within itself. And also, you made front page of iTunes. Congratulations for that as well.
Many times.
Right,
Whatever time.
Regulars, aren't you?
Just what we do.
Yeah.
So iTunes like it as well, and that's a great company to sort of endorse your product, and probably got you to a great big audience as well, which is a lovely thing. Yeah. Could you ever see a visual version of this? Because I could see the characters. How would you feel about, because you got History of Gorilla, the website, the magazine that does a lot of talk with film.
Yeah,
you both are clearly interested in film.
I would absolutely love. I can imagine being like a good like an animated series.
Yeah,
because like when we were writing as well, just chatting about ideas and things. Oh, that's really funny. It'd be a great visual joke, but it's not work at all.
We said that a lot. Great visual joke became like our shorthand for there's so many things that with MarsCorp, because like you kind of have to, when you're writing it, you're like, there's a fast way to do this, but it requires you to see what's happening. But instead we have to do this kind of like slightly awkward sort of explaining what's going on kind of thing. And a lot of it you can get away with and kind of, suggest stuff, like especially with the action or whatever. But like it'd be so much easier if you could see what was going on. I mean, obviously there'd be other challenges, but...
Yeah, and our influence, I think we're both influenced mostly by TV sitcom.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to a huge amount of radio comedy, so... Yeah, when you're writing, you're kind of thinking of that kind of style of comedy more so than a...
That's how we definitely wrote it, with tricks and things that we had like picked up from watching shows and kind of analyzing shows rather than listening to radio drama and things like that. So that I think it gives it like a slightly different pace to it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you've got a edge of comedy that is quite sanitized when you look to professional output. I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of professional stations out there that create audio comedy. It's just a bit dry. It's been diluted at some point along the way. You can tell there's great jokes in there, and then somebody way up high has gone, tone that down a little bit. It's a little bit, but you guys, because it's the podcast, the universe, you can kind of be as free as you want to, which is really, really good. So you're into TV sitcoms then? As David Price? David Knight. David Knight's a bit, I don't know what to read yet, but David Price said you're into TV sitcoms. What sort of sitcoms then?
I think the ultimate's The Simpsons.
Yeah,
right.
Which is probably, probably humanity's greatest achievement to this point.
Yeah,
right.
Better than moon landings. I'm Man and Partridge. Classic. Arrested Development. I think you're talking about kind of how we have callbacks and stuff in our show. Arrested Development, the callbacks they do in that, and the setups and foreshadowing just blow my mind. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
That's really good. Rick and Morty. New show, really good.
And like a lot of the older stuff, kind of slightly like I was thinking a lot about Blackadder when we were making MarsCorp. Kind of how that's structured and how depressing that is. My favorite series of that is series 4.
Yeah,
it's so good. That definitely inspired us a lot. Yes, a lot of the older stuff, the older British comedy. None of the new British comedy. And then, well, actually, I say that I've heard there's some really good stuff out there.
People Just Do Nothing. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I've seen last couple of years, which I've really liked. Although I haven't seen a huge amount of new British comedy.
I'm sure there's loads now.
Probably.
We're just being ignorant.
I'm just being totally ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm surprised neither of you said Red Dwarf at all, because there's a little bit of sci-fi in that.
Too obvious. People either say it's Red Dwarf or Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which, though, it's definitely it's nothing like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That stuff's
it was.
I wish it was. That's on another level.
Yeah.
It's just that it's British and in space, I guess. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Red Dwarf, I can see there's stuff there. Like the desperation of those characters certainly is and
the way they kind of, I guess, the isolation as well.
Yeah.
So that's how I like to kill some time. Drinking and checking out British comedy, among other things. That was David Knight and David Price, the guys behind MarsCorp. Check out the podcast. There's a link to it in the show description. And I've been Marcus Bronzy. There's loads of ways to kill time out there. Thank you for killing some time with me. I'll be back with more ways to kill some time very, very soon. In the meantime, don't forget you can check out all of the products and things that we talk about on the show at howtokillanhour.com. And I'd love it if you took the time to stop, open the podcast description, scroll to the bottom. It says, leave us a rating and review. And I'd appreciate it if you did that. Let us know what you think of the show, good or bad, because we do it for you.